Hello, everyone. I'm Frank Fumi, and welcome to the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. We are here in Las Vegas at the 2025 IFA Annual Convention. Super excited to interview franchise founders and industry pros. Got the CEO of Frakta, Alejandro. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Frank, for having me. I'm doing great.
Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
So tell us what Frakta is.
So we're an FSO, franchise sales organization in Latin America.
Okay.
We're headquartered in Argentina. We have offices in most Spanish-speaking countries: Mexico, Spain, Colombia, Argentina, Chile. Yeah.
Interesting. Now, you're a little bit more than an FSO, though, in these Latin American countries, right?
So we do the whole thing.
Yeah, so share with me, and to the audience here, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, so for people to understand, Latin American countries are not regulated by the governments, so you can do franchising more easily.
Okay.
So for that reason, we do the franchise consulting part. We turn brands into franchise systems.
Okay.
Then we do the brokerage part. We find leads and connect them with investors. We draft the agreements, we do site selection. We also have a TV show called Franquicias que Crecen,
okay.
So where we create trust in the franchise system. And every year we give away one franchise, sponsored by the consulting firm, one bank, and one of the brands.
Okay.
So the winner of the show gets a franchise.
Awesome. How long have you been doing this for?
Over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a franchisor. That's how I learned.
And that's what I was going to ask. Okay, well, how did this whole thing start?
When I finished college, I wanted to create a brand. So in Colombia, we didn't have this bulk candy stores that you see in amusement parks.
Yeah.
So we created that in Colombia.
Okay.
And we opened our own outlets, and then we hire a consulting firm, turned into a franchise system, sold franchises, and 5 years later I sold the company. So I learned how to operate and how to sell franchises.
And then you were like, okay, this is something I can really build off of and help other people do?
Not really. Other brands started asking me how I did it. Yeah, they found me. Like, hey, you had your brand, you were able to franchise, can you help us do it? And I was like, I'm going to turn that into a consulting company.
So you are an accidental consultant.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
love it. I love the accidental entrepreneur stories.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you've been doing this for 20 years now.
And I can say I found my life purpose because I'm helping brands expand, but I'm also helping regular people go into business by themselves.
Right.
With well-known brands, so it's good.
Okay, now I know you can't play favorites with your clients.
Yeah.
But would you share with me maybe a couple of your brands that maybe the newer ones, so that we don't leave anybody out.
That's okay. We have one that is very cool. It's called Brex. That stands for breakfast and eggs.
Okay.
So it's egg sandwiches. We're kicking off that in Florida very soon. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
We're very successful in Colombia. Yeah, we also have a bubble tea brand. It's called Momo Tea.
Okay.
It's the largest one in Latin America. Operations in Colombia and Ecuador and other countries.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've brought some brands to the U.S. The most popular nightlife club is called PerroNegro.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
I have not.
Have you heard of?
I haven't been in the club scene in a while.
Have you heard of Bad Bunny?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so Bad Bunny made a song about the club, and it exploded. And because of that, we were able to sell franchises. And now we are in Colombia, Miami, Madrid, the Middle East coming up soon. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
All because this guy mentioned the club in one of his songs.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Okay, so this is going to be a little different now going into the U.S.
Yeah.
Because now you're dealing with the regulations and stuff.
Right.
So was that one of the reasons why you wanted to come to the IFA to
Yes.
start forging those relationships?
Yes. So this is something I convinced my partners we should do. We're the largest FSO in Latin America. So if we want to play in the big league, we need to get, legal compliance. So I'm working on that. I got my CFE degree here.
Congratulations.
That stands for Certified Franchise Executive. Thank you.
Excellent.
So we have the corporation. We're recruiting brands, and we're going to bring our system to the U.S.
Wow.
I know we're going to add a lot of value because we focus on boutique brands. We don't focus on larger brands.
Yeah.
But we work exclusively with them, so they don't work with other brokers. They have to sign up with us so that we focus our effort in expanding them.
I'm going to guess too, what's going to help your company is you've established the community, Latin American community,
right?
The credibility.
Exactly.
Because when people want to franchise their concept, they have a lot of concerns and doubt, and they're not sure if they're finding the right person. But you guys have done this in the Latin American community
over 20 years.
For 20 years, and maybe they're familiar with you, or obviously your TV program.
They probably seen the show or social media.
Yeah. So what a great niche you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Sweet. All right. Well, look, I wish you guys all the best, continued success, and hope you guys do great here in the States.
Thank you for having me, Frank.
Thanks. Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fiume, or Emerging Franchise Group LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.